Okay, good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Hope you go well. And we are from Group Phonetics 2023 G class. And today we're gonna present our result of phonetics. But first, let me introduce myself and my team. My name is Mochamad Putra, and my student number is 63.
My name is Faizal Rochman with student number 145.
My name is Ibrahim and my student number is 146.
My name is fahrozzy and my student number is 223.
Okay, that's all my teammates. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, but first I will explain about phonetics. And what is phonetics? Phonetics is the branch of linguistics that studies the sounds of human speech. It focuses on the physical projection, acoustic properties, and auditory perception of speech sounds. And phonetics divided into three subfields. There is a one, articulatory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics is how you examine speech sounds are produced by the movement of the articulations, such as the tongue, lips, and palate in the vocal tract. And the second one is acoustic phonetics. Acoustic phonetics analyzes the physical properties of speech sounds as they travel through the air into the form of the sound waves. This includes studying the frequency, amplitude, and duration of these sound waves. And the third one is auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics is to investigate how speech sounds are perceived by the ear, auditory nerve, and brain. This area focuses on the physiological processes involved in hearing and understanding speech sounds. And phonetics provides a foundation for many other areas of linguistics, including phonology, which deals with how sounds function within a particular language or languages. For the next part, my friends will explain it.
All right. Key concepts. Phonemes. Phonemes, the smallest units of sound that can distinguish meaning. And definition from phonemes is phonemes are the smallest units of sound in language that can distinguish meaning. And key concept from phonemes is minimal pairs of words that differ by only one phoneme, demonstrating the phoneme's ability to change meaning. 2. Phoneme inventory. The set of phonemes used in a particular language. Different language have different phoneme inventories. And 3. Abstract representation. Phonemes are abstract mental representation of sound, not specific sounds themselves. And 2. Allophones. Allophone variation of a phoneme that do not change word meaning. And definition allophone are variation of single phoneme that do not change meaning of word. And key concept, complementary distribution. Allophone is of a phoneme that appear in specific phonetic context and never in the same environment. 2. Free variation. Allophone that can appear in the same environment without changing meaning. And 3. Predictable variations. The occurrence of allophones can often be predicted based on phonological rules of the language. And the third, a international phonetic alphabet, standardized system of phonetic notation to accurately represent its sound. Definition for this, the APA is a system of phonetic notation designed to represent all possible human speech sounds. And this is a key concept for IPA. IPA symbols, each symbol represent a specific sound. The IPA chart categories the sound based on their articulatory features. And two, consonants described by place of articulation, how the sounds is processed, such as plosive, fricative. And third, described by tongue height and lip rounding. And the last, diacritics, marks at the two IPA symbols to provide more detail about how a sound is articulated. Thank you.
Okay, next is phonetic theory. Phonetic theories relate the physical attributes of sounds with their linguistic function. Phonetic theory is divided into three main branches. Okay, so to begin with phonetics theory, I will talk about. In addition, phonetics theory also have articulatory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics is all about how we produce sounds by using different parts of our mouth and vocal tract. Think of it like playing an instrument. The position and movement of your tongue, lips, and other speech organs are like the finger or and mouthpiece you use to create different notes on an instrument. For example, let's take the sound T, and as an example, both of these sounds are made by placing your tongue against the upper of your mouth, just behind your teeth. This area is called the alveolar alveolar ridge. Even though teeth and are made in the same place in your mouth, they sound different because of how your vocal cords behave. When you say like in the word tap, your vocal cords don't vibrate, so we call it a voiceless sound. But when you say like in the word tap, your vocal cords do vibrate, making it a voiced sound. So the difference between and lies in whether or not your vocal cords are vibrating. In addition, phonetics theory also have auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics is all about how our brains process and understand sounds. It's like being able to pick out a specific instrument's melody in an orchestra even when there are many other instruments playing. Example. For the example is imagine you are at a party with lots of people talking at the same time. It might seem impossible to focus no one conversation, but somehow you can tune into the person you are talking to. This ability is known as the cocktail party effect. Our brain can filter out the background noise and focus on the sounds we want to hear. This is auditory phonetics in action. Our brains are amazing at distinguishing between different sounds and understanding speech, even in noisy environments. For the third theory, Azriel, this is yours.
So the next is acoustic phonetics. This, 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 this phonetic has a theory. Speech sounds possess distinct acoustic properties that can be analyzed and understood through various tools such as spectrograms. These properties include elements like pitch, tone, duration, and intensity, all of which contribute to the uniqueness of different sounds and their meanings in spoken language. By examining these acoustic features, linguists and speech scientists can gain insights into the structure and function of spoken communication. For example, is consider the difference in pitch and tone between a question and a statement. This difference can be visualized acoustically using tools like spectrograms. For instance, when someone asks, "You're coming," the pitch typically rises at the end of the sentence, indicating question. In contrast, when someone makes a statement, "You're coming," the pitch usually falls at the end. This rising intonation pattern in the question versus the falling pattern in the statement can be clearly observed in a spectrogram, highlighting how intonation conveys different meaning in speech. And the conclusion is phonetics serves as a crucial bridge between abstract linguistic theory and the practical understanding of speech. This field delves into the physical aspects of how sounds are produced, transmitted, and perceived, providing a comprehensive framework for analyzing spoken language. By studying the articulatory mechanism, acoustic properties, and auditory process involved in speech, we gain a deeper insight into the complexities of human communication involved in speech. Phonetics not only enhance our theoretical knowledge of language structure, but also has practical application in areas such as language teaching, speech therapy, forensic linguistics, and technology development, including speech recognition and synthesis system. Through the exploration of phonetic principles, we can appreciate the intricate details of how humans produce and interpret a vast array of sounds, ultimately enriching our understanding of linguistic diversity and the nature of communication itself.
But we are going to answer some question that list of question. We are going to answer it. Okay, for the first one, my friend will answer.
Okay, so for the first question is, why is it useful to have a phonetic transcription system? Phonetic transcription systems are useful because they provide a standardized way to represent spoken language, which is essential for various applications such as linguistics, language learning, speech therapy, translation, and language preservation. Phonetics transcription help in analyzing phonological features, improving pronunciation, teaching phonetics, assessing speech disorders, and maintaining the fidelity of translated content. And for the second question is, what is the difference between consonant and vowel? In phonetics, consonants are sounds that obstruct airflow in the mouth, such as p, s, and k, while vowels are sounds that allow airflow to pass through the mouth, such as a, e, and I. Consonants are typically produced by obstructing the airflow with the tongue, lips, and or teeth. whereas vowels are produced by the free flow of air through the mouth.
Okay, for the third one is, for each group of sounds, identify the segment that differs in place of articulation from the other three. Okay, A, the segment that differs in place of articulation is n, which is produced by the tongue touching the back of the roof of the mouth, whereas the other three are produced by the tongue touching the front of the roof of the mouth. B, the segment that differs in place of articulation is W, which is produced by the tongue touching the front of the roof of the mouth and the lips, whereas the other three are produced by the tongue touching the front of the tree of the mouth. And the C one is the segment that differs place of articulation is N, which is produced by the tongue touching the front of the roof of the mouth, whereas the other three are produced by the tongue touching the front of the roof of the mouth or the back of the roof of the mouth. For the fourth one, my friend will explain.
Okay, for the question number 4, the question is, how many fricatives are there in the pronunciation mechanics? There are several fricatives in the pronunciation mechanics, including f, z, z, its, x, and these sounds are produced by directing air through a narrow channel, causing friction and producing a hissing or buzzing sound. For number 5, rayhan.
Okay.
The
Question
stage
number
is
5. In casual speech, what is the most common vowel sound? In casual speech, the most common vowel sound is often the schwa sound o, which is a natural, unstressed vowel sound that is pronounced with a relaxed tongue and lips. This sound is commonly used in words like about and the in English.
Okay, that's all from us. That's the question already answered. All the five question already answered, and we are going to end the presentation today. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for the lecturer, and thank you for the teammates. I'm going to end this class, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.